memories, and divinity then has the ability to erase, called transmutation, can erase it. But if we don't say we are responsible, it's never going to be erased. And most people think it's you.
Yes.
It's an Argentinian in you.
Yes. Yes. And maybe they're right. I always tell people that when I found that I was 100% responsible, actually I found freedom.
Yeah.
I found freedom of not depending on other people doing or changing or saying for me to be happy. So if I'm happy, it's my problem, really, because I'm choosing. Okay, so what about that visualization and that feeling or seeing yourself in the house already, or driving the car already?
Well, if the light is always on, the light of the divinity, and that light being saying, I know what's right for you, I can give you everything that's perfect and right for you, why would you visualize? Can you ask me that? Why would people visualize if whatever is right and perfect for them, they already have? Why would you visualize anything? Can you explain that to me?
So, well, because we are not in zero.
Oh.
So we don't know who we are, and we think we need those things in order to be happy.
Yeah.
That's the way I
For me, I clean with that notion that I know better for me than what God knows for me. I'm always cleaning on that. Cleaning that only God knows what's right for me, what's right for you, and as long as I'm zero at a pure heart, whatever is perfect and right, I get. I never worry about money. I never worry about relationship. I never worry about any of those things. I'm only concerned about whether I'm cleaning. That's what I'm concerned about.
Well, in one of the last classes that you joined us, the teleclasses, you mentioned something that really got to us, and every time remember we actually share when you said, I don't know you guys, what you guys clean to have money or to have a relationship. He says, I clean to be with God. Could you please tell us a little bit?
I'm cleaning to be as God created me, pure in heart. That's what the message of Jesus, being pure in heart. The message of Buddha, being void. The message of Shakespeare, being blank. Because only at blank am I in a perfect relationship with God. I mean, there's no other perfect relationship than being a pure heart, one lined up with God. Yeah.
I would like to share, you have shared through these years many stories about Morna, and I'm going to mention some and see. You told me that Morna was afraid when she was a small child to go across the street, and she would see this huge hand coming from the heavens. Could you tell us?
Yeah, that's the presence of God always. So when we are when we into fear or we into lack, then we have shut off God's light. But the divinity's light is always on. I mean, it's never not on. So the idea is to let go through cleaning, being repentful and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is going on in me that I blocked the light which is always present. Yeah.
Okay. What about like talking to plants? Mona used to go, and I know you mentioned that she was able to hear her own mother.
Yeah.
Like asking plants.
For example, I remember one day Mona was asked about a particular person, and she said, okay, you give me a day. And during the next day, she went out and she visited a field. And she said to the field, here's a person that needs our help. Can you raise your hand and let us know? So certain plants put up their hand. She went and gathered them. She did whatever, and she gave it to the guy, and the guy got exactly what he needed. So everybody has a different need, and so you can't be treating people like they're cattle, where everybody gets the same medication. So the Hoopanapono is about divinity knowing exactly who you are, exactly who we're talking about, and releasing what is perfect in life, and then giving you in return what's perfect in life for you. It's so simple. I mean,
well, some people say it's simple for you.
Yeah, but I think that can be cleaned.
We are stuck. We're
only stuck because we don't clean. And we clean. Somebody said, I don't believe in that. I say, thank you. I love you. Thank you very much. And move on. You know, Jesus said that there are going to be certain people in which you will offer something and they will turn away from you. Well,
You say thank you?
yeah, what's the big deal? You just say, okay, see you in the next endeavor. Yeah.
Can you talk to us about how you can hear like cars talking? How you heard? Remember when you told us about your shoes telling you that it was going to rain?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah. You know, it's nothing. It's not such a big deal. The idea is that you're at zero, you'll hear God, whether it's in the shoe, a plant, the skies, and my friend over here, and you. As long as you're at zero, you can hear things talking to you. That's the divinity in everything. So one day I came home from work and I took my shoes off like I do here, and I was going to put my shoe in the closet, and my shoe said, I don't want to be there. And I said, okay, where do you want to be? I want to be outside on the balcony. I said, okay. So I'm walking out to put the shoes on the balcony, and then I heard the shoe say, I changed my mind. I want to be inside. Where do you want to be inside? I'm getting annoyed and irritable now. So I said, inside of the glass. So I put the shoe down, and I said to the shoe, how come first of all you want to go out on the balcony? Why is it you want to be there? The shoe said it's going to rain. So I looked out like here, and it's perfectly cloudless. And I'm going, listen, there's no clouds up there. The shoe said, in an hour it's going to rain. And an hour it rained. Because the shoe had its own awareness, and its awareness was God. Yeah. So everything is sacred. What you do with your shoe, what you do with your clothes, it's sacred. Yeah.
You told me stories like, getting at the stop and then the car's talking, because my owner doesn't change my oil, doesn't take care of me.
Yeah. I remember one day, Mona and I were going on the way to Washington, D.C., and we came up to the stop sign. Another car came up, and the car I was driving said, hello, how are you? And the other car said, I just feel horrible. And my car asked, how come? He said, well, the owner doesn't care for me, doesn't change the oil, doesn't do any of that, but he wants me to be okay. I said, well, I heard my car said, but you can clean with that, be 100% responsible. And the car said, that's cool. And so the car, like most people, don't want to be 100% responsible.
What about like that time that you were with Mona on the train? I think in the plane where it started moving and turbulence, and you looked outside and Mona said, that's not what it is.
Yeah. So like anything else, whether the plane is rocking or whether your dog is having problems or whether your child is goofing off, the question you have to ask yourself, what's going on in me that I experience that? And as long as you're willing to cling with that, everything else will be fine. The plane settles down, your kid goes off a drug, your dog doesn't have any problems. I mean, in the end, it's in you.
Everything is in you. Okay, we have some weird tools that we use, like the flight paper. People love flight paper.
Yeah.
I talk about flight paper even in my book. Could you tell us the day that you heard a noise and you said, what was that? And you heard, somebody threw the flight paper?
Yeah.
I mean, because, for us, we say, thank you, I love your flight paper. And we say, yeah, really, something happens when we do those things?
Well, I think first of all, you have to say to those things like flight paper, I appreciate you. People don't say, they just do it, but they don't have an appreciation for what they're doing. So for me, I'm always talking to the cleaning processes. I'm saying to them, I love you, thank you for helping me get out of this. And so they really appreciate that. So they will talk back to you. So one day I heard this thing go up. I just heard it in my mind, and it went, boom! And I said, what was that? And the flight paper said, it's only me cleaning up. But one has to have an appreciation for life, for the plants. So this plant, for example, if I say ice blue and I touch the plant will give me a treatment that I don't have to pay for. But I have done my cleaning, ice blue. Ice blue is a cleaning tool, removing whatever ties you have with the plant. Then I touch the plant, and the plant will give me whatever is perfect and right coming down to the divinity. Yeah.